camera button.
But anyways, we've got the Bears and the Vikings. The lines are now out for the second half. I'm filling those in as we go. It's 1.5. The Vikings -1.5. The Bears +1.5. We got a lousy game here. I mean, 7-6. This game absolutely stinks. I mean, it's the game that we all thought we were going to see and the game that we hoped that we wouldn't see. It is just a bad game. It is, this is just a serious under going on here. And it is just bad. But, and what are you looking at here? I know that we were on opposite sides for the game. I have the Vikings. I know you have the Bears with the points. I don't know. How you like and how you sit? I think you have to, if you have the Bears, you have to be feeling pretty fortunate.
Yeah.
And especially that the Bears get the ball to start the second half as well.
Yeah, and I've said this before on the halftime show with you when we've done the Bears, and they, again, Nick Foles is much better in the second half. I feel like, though, he's passing it, he's giving it off to Patterson a lot, so they're starting to figure that out. Cousins, I feel like, is starting to kind of get some loose screws there. For me, I'm still riding on the Bears. I think they're going to do much better. I think they're going to do better in the second half. There's been turnovers on both teams. Over under. I feel like I'm leaning towards the under on this too.
I'm all over the Vikings in this one. I do not see it. I think the Bears got very, very lucky to even be in this game. They got the early fumble from Rudolph where the Vikings were just marching right down the field. And then, that last interception hit Thielen right in the chest and bounced into Mac's hands. I mean, that is Bears football. We know that. But, it only goes so far. Dalvin Cook not getting anything here established whatsoever, and I don't expect that to change. I think they're going to key on him, but we've seen Jefferson and Thielen both pretty much wide open in this game. It's not going to take much with these numbers, so I'm going to stick with with my pick on the Vikings, and I'll gladly lay the 1.5 in
this. So it makes this halftime show a little bit difficult. I'm still feeling the Bears, though, here, second half. If you're on the Bears for the first half, you won that as well. So why not get the Bears again, second half?
Well, it's even
I think
money.
There's going to be more field goals, though, than touchdowns.
It's even money at +1.5 for the Bears. It's only 1.5, so it's -1.5 or -120. That's where I'm at with the Vikings here. I'm just going to take my standard bet on that one. I still think that this game is going to stay with the unders. It seems to be a little bit, more pressure here on the over. So the line has now changed. The line has now changed. It's still 1.5 for the Vikings, but it's -125. This Brad Hansen, you're just this guy's trash on every show. We're just going to trash you from being on our show. It's like, let's get on here and say nothing constructive whatsoever. It's like, seriously, man. Get a grip. Get a grip, man. It's like get out of the third grade and let's try and win some money here, right? But it's not a poor excuse for professional football. This is a defensive game, and this is what football is. I love defensive games. It's just we're seeing the offense make mistakes, and that's not helping. But
it's not even like it's bad weather either.
No, but this is what you expect. This division is called the Black and Blue Division. And that is what this game is. This is a black and blue division game. I mean, that's what this looked. A lot of hard hitting. I mean, right out of the gate, that little dump off pass to Cook, he was absolutely depleted, by Trevathan, like right out of the gate.
It's like, of course they're going to be going for him.
But
like I said, they're all over. Foles is for some reason all over Patterson tonight, and it's like they're figuring it out. You need to change it up. Usually he passes to all different people. And I'm not seeing that with him, but, I'm still feeling it.
Vikings back to minus 120 at the minus 1.5 here. The
Let's
money
take a
line
look.
sticking at minus 150 for each of those. And, I'm just going to continue to pound the Vikings here. I think there's no reason not to. And that's just, Ann is on the opposite side. And we will find out, I guess, who gets that. I had Thielen for first touchdown. He got it. So I'm 1 for 10 this season, but he was 23-1. So covers the entire season there for my Thursdays and Sunday for Monday Night Football and Sunday Night Football. So I just need a plus 700 in there to break even for all three prime times, Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. But it's my first one I've hit. And, of course, no one mentioned anything in the Facebook group. If it's Bitler, then everyone goes crazy. But for me, it's like radio
I
silence,
hate this 21.5. Minus 113. I'm taking the under here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the under in this game.
I think it's going to be at 20. It's going to end at 21.
I was on the under early. I don't think it's going to get that high.
Well, end at 20.
I haven't seen anything here that makes me believe that we're going to get 3 touchdowns in this half. I think that.
Well, you called in the morning show. You said it's going to be a bunch of field goals. And that's what it's been.
I think the second half. I think the second half is going to be 6-3 Vikings, 7-3, 10-6 type second half. I just don't see a lot of scoring here, and I don't think anything that's going to change. It's like these teams that's the thing about divisional games. These teams are built to play one another. They know they're going to play each other twice every year. So this is why, these teams are built for that, because like the rest of the schedule is always flexible, but you build your team to play against the teams in your division, and that's why you see the Titans Colts look like that, and why you see this game look like this, and even the Jaguars, why they can beat the Titans, and why the Jaguars play competitive in some of these games. It's like because these teams are built to play one another, and that's the Vikings, the Bears, the Packers, and the Lions. You're going to see more competitive games between those teams because they're built to play one another, and it's the black and blue division, so they're going to be these ugly games, and a lot of times there's going to be weather. Not tonight though.
Yeah, if anything, me personally, I'm feeling this Bears plus 1.5. We get it'll come down to these field goals again, and get 1 point.
I could see Jefferson busting one on them. I can see it. It just seems to be like a matter of time. He knows that the crease is there. He was disappointed. He had that 23-yard catch. He was disappointed that he was tackled, and he knew that he was one step away from taking it all the way, and I believe that they find that here in the second half. I just think that Nick Foles, like you said, he's the Bears quarterbacks, both of them, Trubisky and Foles, Trubisky, of course, is out. So if anything happens to Nick Foles, he got hit in the hand early,
Yeah,
but it looked like it was okay. But then it would have been Tyler Bray. And that would have been game over, right? You get Tyler Bray comes in onto the field for the Bears. This game is over, right? I mean, they're not going to get another yard.
I'm like, oh my gosh, his hand. If he cash out, if he comes out.
Well, I mean, he's not good to begin with, and then you have, it's like if you go less than him, what are you going to have? But we'll continue to look here at the second half numbers to see if we get any movement whatsoever. The Vikings minus 1.5, minus 120 is what I'm still seeing. The money line's still at minus 150. So the team totals, Vikings 11.5. I kind of like the under on that one, and the Bears team total is at 10, and I like the under in that one as well. I think this thing is just under. So I like both team totals on the under. I don't think the Bears score more than 3 or 6 points in this half. A touchdown, maybe a touchdown.
I like the Vikings team total under.
Yeah, I like the Vikings team total under also, but it's like I think the Bears score 7 points at max here.
I'm taking that one.
But the Vikings were driving there at the end of the second half, and they threw the interception. Ended up being 3 points for the Bears, or else this game is a different story. It's 10-3. But the Bears do get the ball to start the second half, so you got to figure they'll be punting from deep in their own territory, so the Vikings will end up with, pretty solid field position after that. Just the way that, this game is going. We've seen Miller make some nice catches. Komet, but it's been, the offenses just don't seem to get a lot of continuity going.
It is, yeah, and the defenses are, I think the Bears, they're both playing decent. the offense, Foles finds a pocket. Same with Cousins, and then they don't get anywhere after that. It's like they're not making any touchdowns.
Not sure. In case you guys didn't know, I am sick as a dog. I mean, sick.
Too.
I mean, I am.
Everybody got sick at Pick Dogs.
I've been asleep most of the afternoon. I have a secret. Like if I'm not feeling well and it's like I need to take a nap and I can't fall asleep, I throw on one of those Reels documentaries. The Reels channel, I think it's channel 238 on DirecTV. Throw on any documentary on that channel. I'm out in like 4 minutes. I mean, or less. It's like I saw. What's it?
You need some ASMR.
one of those mob shows. It's like.
I think it was your powerhouse, and you did all those college games, and then you did those halftime shows yesterday. You're working overtime.
I think it's
Marathon Mitch.
I just get sick. I work all the time, and I don't sleep a lot, so. So we're not going to personally attack people here just because he thinks everyone is trash and that's his thing. But looks like they're ready to go to the second half. We'll take a last look at these lines. I took the Vikings here minus the 1.5. I feel comfortable there. Anne's got the total other side than me here. She's still sticking with the Bears. The Vikings getting ready to kick off. Soldier Field, it looks it's sad that it's empty like this. I love going to Soldier Field, and it is always fun. And there it is. The second half is kicked off. So thanks, everyone, for joining us. We appreciate it. Be sure to smash the like button. Be sure to as Patterson runs back the second half kickoff for a touchdown.
Are you serious? Oh, yeah. No way. You're joking.
No way. It just happened. All right, but thanks, everyone, for joining us.
Oh, my God. I just see it now.
Yeah.